Coming to you live from Southern California. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Diego Padres. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now. And our starting pitcher here today, Joe Musgrove. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Christian Yelich at the plate now. That's ball one. Wouldn't chase that time.
Second pitch of the game, it was a good one, but doesn't get the strike call. We'll see how this umpire zone shapes up today.
The wind to kick the 2-0. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That misses the zone, and now it's 3-2. And the right-hander deals. And he walked him.
Leading off for the Brewers.
Next for the Brewers, Sal Frelick. 2 for 7 in the series so far. Yelich goes. And that one got a piece of him.
Well, it's safe to say he won't be getting invited to the charity golf tournament this offseason.
And now it's William Contreras. Bounce to third. 1 at second. And they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
Willie Adames stands in. That catches the top part of the zone. Strike one. Yelich on third with 2 out. Check swing, went around, and the count is 0-2. And the righty deals. In the air, left side, under it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that'll do it. Milwaukee leaves 1. And now the Padres get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Petco Park. And on the hill, the big righty, Jake Junis. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure. He's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys get a little tight. They start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser. The ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
And here it comes. Little chopper rolls foul. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. 0-2 count. You feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
And here is Xander Bogaerts. Arroyo whips it to first. And a couple of quick outs. Let's take a look at the Padres lineup. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Fernando Tatis Jr.
And he's leading them in runs batted in this season, which tells me this guy is able to slow things down when it seems like there's a little bit of pressure. And he's looking at it as an opportunity to do damage. You know, a lot of guys, they see runners on base and they get big. They feel like all this pressure, I've got to get these runs in. But somehow he seems to settle into these situations. So watch out when he comes to the plate.
Manny Machado, the next to hit, takes ball
1-0.
Next offering is in for a strike. Two down, nobody on. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Brings it in, and that will end the inning. End of one, and we're still scoreless. Back here in San Diego, new inning getting started. So here's the Brewers DH, Jake Bauers. Musgrove, a former All-Star, 31 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2011. The wind of the pitch. And there's the strike.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
A lot of times you see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
The 0-2. A little bit low.
It's a good take.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Left-hand hitter waits. In the dirt, the count now 2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Ripped to short. Whips it across. One up, one down. And the batter now is Rhys Hoskins.
He's done a great job making contact recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with the knock in this one.
Bounced up the middle. Throw over to Cronenworth. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting 7, the second baseman, Christian Arroyo.
Here's Christian Arroyo.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
First pitch, and he just misses.
0-1, no strike.
Righty to the plate. And another ball. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Cronenworth makes the catch, and that'll do it. So they go quietly there, down to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. The right-hander back to work. And that one clips the corner.
Tatis is so athletic, he probably could have carved out a career in other sports if he wanted, but he grew up in a baseball family with baseball in his blood.
Not
ball,
even close
2
there.
strikes.
And the count 1-2. Got it by him for the K.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner. When with 2 strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error. But some way, you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
The wind and the pitch. Pounding ball here, rolls foul.
Ball 1.
Takes low for ball 1.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
And here's the first baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Really bringing some thump at the plate lately. 3 home runs over the last 5 games.
Ball, that's
And
out.
that's outside, and that's ball 1. Two outs, base is empty. Back to the mound. Into the outfield, base hit.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Runner at first with 2 away. Now batting Jurickson Profar. Ball 1, no strikes.
Count 1-0.
Cronenworth off of first with 2 away. Profar gets a piece there. Swing and a miss, and the count is 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two outs. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And there's a ball.
2 strikes.
0-0 here in the bottom of the second. On the ground, Arroyo. Over to first. That ends the frame. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. We're tied 0-0. Well, here we go, top of the 3rd, scoreless game. And stepping in is the speedy Garrett Mitchell. And he deals. And that one fouled off. And the pitch. Up and in, and the count even 1-1. On the inside corner for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 1 gone here. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Next for Milwaukee, Andrew Monasterio. Right through there for a strike. One out, bases empty. Strike two.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Next offering is downstairs.
1 ball, 2 strikes, down.
One down, bases empty. And that's outside. 2-2. Top of the third, no score. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Yelich at the dish. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
All ones the count.
The line to kick the pitch. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. In the air, right side. Tatis makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. No score. Back here at Petco Park. Now it's the DH, Tucupita Marcano. Junis back to work. And that one missing low.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
That misses, and now 2-0.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
The 2-0 is in for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
On the ground, right side. Arroyo gathers and throws to first. One gone, bottom of the third inning. Jose Azocar, the next up for the Padres. Hitless in the series. He's 0 for 9. Just missed. That one the other way. Arroyo whips it to first. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
The batter number 7.
Ha-Seong Kim, the next up for the Padres. Went down on strikes his first time through. That clips the corner. And a ground ball to first. Oh, great stop. And very nicely done for the out.
Excellent stop right there. He wants to take it himself, waves the pitcher off, and continues to run into the dugout.
And we're back as we go to the top of the fourth. Up now for Milwaukee, Sal Frelick. And the right-hander back to work. Out to short, Kim. Tosses to first, and one gone to the fourth as they get the leadoff man.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
William Contreras now at the plate. He's 0 for 1.
He is a talented player. His big brother Wilson has voiced that his little brother may end up being better than he is.
The Brewers still looking for their first hit in this one. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
Really expanded the zone right there with that fastball off the outside corner of the plate. Got him to chase it. That's a tough one to lay off of because it starts close to you and just continues to run away from you in that batter's box. So it's a really nice pitch with 2 strikes.
And first offering is fouled off. Right through there for a strike.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Good job to fight that one off. All tied up here in game 3 of this 4-game series. And that skips in the dirt. Two outs. Pitch in the dirt. 2-2. This to third, and it finds its way through for a hit.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
Bowers stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Righty delivers. And another ball. Foul ball there. The pitch. That one missed.
3 balls.
Rhys Hoskins in the Milwaukee on deck circle. Adames leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So 2 on with 2 away. And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
And that one fouled off. Now this is in the air down the line. Tatis after it. He's got it. And that's the 3rd out. Brewers strand a couple. And we are still scoreless. Back here in San Diego, now the number 2 hitter, Xander Bogaerts. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers.
No, that's down.
Just missed.
You know, these Padres just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
In there at the knees.
2-1.
shot off down the right side. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Now batting, third baseman.
Manny Machado up to the plate. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. And Manny gets a piece. Off the mark there. And it's 1-1. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And that's outside. Wouldn't chase that time.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And the 3-1. Up the middle. Oh, he gloves it. Gathers and throws. And they get the out.
Now batting, right fielder.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. That misses. And that's ball one. Two down, nobody on. Line drive, base hit.
Dominant performance for him today, Boone. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Luis Campusano. Runner on the go. It's a pitch out. Throw there. Safe. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
The 1-0. Base knock right field. Here comes Tatis around third. Throw is on, and he scores. And it's 1-0.
That was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You had a run.
So digging in, Jake Cronenworth. That one finds the corner. It's 0-1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Campusano off of first with 2 away. Strike 2.
0-2.
Right-hander kicks, deals, gets a piece, and stays alive. That misses. Now 1-2. The pitch. Out to short, Adames. They take the force out. That's the 3rd out. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And welcome back to the ballpark. The batter now, Christian Arroyo.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Ground ball up the middle. Kim with the throw to first. One away here in the fifth.
The center fielder, number 5, Garrett Mitchell.
Next for the Brewers, Garrett Mitchell. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. And that drops in for a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. The wind of the pitch. That one not close. Going to count 1-2.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, this guy's been pretty much a non-factor so far this weekend. Very little in the way of impactful at-bats and quality at-bats, and let alone contact. That's the 6th time they've set him down on strikes in the series, so no doubt frustration mounting and very high right now.
Monasterio batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
1-1 down.
Outside, that's a ball.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jurickson Profar.
You know, the first manager to ever win a game here at Petco Park was Tony Gwynn. Yes, Tony Gwynn. They had a college baseball tournament here in March 2004, and Tony managed San Diego State to a win.
The 0-1. And delivers outside. Next pitch is outside. Right through there for a strike. And another ball. And there's ball 4.
Well, that could be a tone setter for the inning. 4 straight pitches and leadoff batters on base. We'll see if the next guy waits until there's a clean strike before he takes the bat off the shoulder.
Now the DH for the Padres, Tucupita Marcano. Marcano, in his 3rd season, 24 years old. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over 350 in his last 10. Pitch is in there. That's strike 1. In the air, left field. Yelich should have it. Calls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Up next is the center fielder.
Next for the Padres, Jose Azocar. He's 0 for 1. And the first offering is not close. Runner takes off. That's to third. And he gets by him.
last 10 games or so have been anything but fun to play for him, so that one has to feel good. Just one of those seam high base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
So the San Diego batting order turns over. Ha-Sung Kim, the next up for the Padres. To short, could be two. Adames, off-balance feed, there's one. Over to first, safe.
That's great hustle out of the box to get down the line, knowing that a double play will end the inning. Good job at the finish, reaching out for the bag. Now they got runners on the corners and still an opportunity to pick up some runs.
Now Xander Bogaerts gets a chance to hit. Right through there for a strike. Two on, two outs. That's a slider for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Oh, 0-2 now. Goes down looking.
In a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back here at Petco Park. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now it's Christian Yelich. Fought off foul.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
0-1. And fouled off. Oh, 2 now. That one is upstairs. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. The 1-2.
That's ball 2.
I got to call NLDS Game 4 here in 2022 at Petco Park, where the Padres knocked out their rivals, the LA Dodgers. The place was just nuts the entire game. Terrific fan support. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and 1 out now. Next for Milwaukee, Sal Frelick. Just missed. Slice the other way and foul. Next offering is in for a strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Now the catcher up to hit, William Contreras. And that one is in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
The Padres leading by a run, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That one ripped left field. Going, gone. A solo shot. His 9th homer of the year, and we are starting over. It's 1-1.
That's a game changer right there. A big time swing, and we're all tied up. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And first offering is fouled off. One run across in the frame so far here in game 3 of this 4-game series. Next pitch is downstairs. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. But we're all tied up thanks to this solo homer. All even now at 1-1. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Manny Machado. Junis back to work. Wouldn't chase that time.
You know, these Padres, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
The 1-1. And Manny gets a piece. Just off the inside corner. Now 2-2. On the ground to the left. Monasterio. To first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front. Hold on it. Exactly what it was supposed to do.
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. 1 for 2. In there at the knees, and that is strike 1.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
And that's outside. And 1-1. Fly ball down the line, and no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. On the ground, out to short. Throws to first. And that quickly 2 away.
Well, he's one of the best shortstops in the sport, no doubt about it. And he put his skills on display once again right there. Great stop on the backhand, but it was the transfer and throw for me that really stood out. The speed going down the line, there's no way he gets the out any other way. That was impressive.
Campusano up to hit for the 3rd time as he lays off inside, ball 1. 2 down, nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th. And the 1-0 misses low.
2-0.
And that's in there at the knees.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Two outs. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 3. Right through there for a strike.
3-2.
swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing there for the Friars. Still tied 1-1.
Things change, realize the fame games that demise. You claim James, gotta find a new lane for the drive. Hey,
word to Nas, I'm shooting for the stars. Unlabeled with them bars, win against all odds. Cause they don't see the greatness till you show them you.
Back here in San Diego, top of inning number 7. Here's the Brewers DH, Jake Bauers. Here comes a pitch. And that curveball drops in there for a strike.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
This one lifted in the air, left field, profile. Drifts towards it, hauls it in, and there's one away.
The first baseman, number 17.
Reese Hoskins up now for the Brewers.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
First pitch misses.
Ball 1, no strike.
Yeah, that's too high. Inside, just missed.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
That's in there. And it's 3-1. All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 3-2.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
One down, base is empty. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Kicks and deals. In the air out towards right center. Tatis hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now
here's the second baseman, Christian Arroyo. Gets the call, and it's 0-1. That's towards center. Azokar under it. Nabs it. And that is that. So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Wade Miley.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. And the pitch. In for a strike, 0-1.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. And the 0-2. Rips that one to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. One down.
Great swing of the bat right there. Trying to get on as that go-ahead run. He just wasn't able to find a hole.
Jurickson Profar, the next up for the Padres. The switch hitter batting right. Comebacker to the mound. And it hits the base. And no throw. He's into first easily.
Up next in the top line.
One down. So here's the Padres DH, Tucupita Marcano. And a good eye there. Hit on the ground, might be two. Flips it for one, and that's two.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Yeah, we in go mode. Going. Yeah, we in.
Steven Wilson gets the call from the pen.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
And now the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And a pitch. Off the mark there. And that is ball one. Action in the pen down there. Luis Patino getting loose out there. Popped up left side. He's under it. Drops into the glove. One away.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Monasterio in the box now. Takes strike one. That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes. One down, base is empty. Just off the outside part of the plate.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
And that's downstairs and outside. Pitch. And another ball. Christian Yelich up next. Payoff pitch. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Pulled the string of the changeup.
Unafraid to throw it right there. That's trusting your stump. Just 1 out away from getting out of a huge jam.
And now it's Christian Yelich. 1 home run shy of 200 for his career. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Wilson, 29 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2018. And the 0-1. And that one lifted in the air center field. Azokar settles underneath it, squeezes it, and that is that. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Matthew Batten.
Looking for a spark to untie this game.
Pitch. And that's in for a strike. And here it comes. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Foul ball still 0-2. Strike 3, got him swinging. Now 1 away.
The batter number 7.
Sung Kim, the next up for the Padres. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. That one just missing inside. 1-2 to count. The shortstop takes the ball.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count off at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a pop-up. He's under it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now back, second baseman, Xander Bogaerts.
And here comes Xander Bogaerts.
Well, they kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knockout in the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
2 down, nobody on. To third. What a stop. Over to first. And that's a nice play to end the inning.
Well, that right there was all pre-pitch positioning. Put himself in the perfect spot to make a great play.
Now into the ball game on defense, Corey Howell. He'll be patrolling center field. Up now for Milwaukee, Sal Fraley. The right-hander back to work. And that's outside. 1-0. And that's in the dirt.
No strike.
And a swing and a miss there.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The 2-1. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Bogaerts with the throw to first. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. She delivered a good play right there.
William Contreras up now for the Brewers. He's already homered here in this one. That one misses, and it's 1-0. Wouldn't chase that time.
When you get to this part of the order, yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
And that one ripped into right. Now it rolls down into the corner. The throw into second. Save!
Safe!
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Willie Adames up now for the Brewers. 1 for 3. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Man at second.
Hey! 1-1.
That's in for a strike at 95. 1-2. On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Now here's Jake Bauers. Got one close, ruled a ball. And that's ball one.
And now a little barking back towards the umpire. Clearly thought he got that outside corner on what was a pretty big pitch. Sometimes that only makes it worse for you moving forward, but it can also open up that location in the future if the umpire thinks there's a chance that he missed it.
And another ball. 2 down. Go ahead run in scoring position. Rocketed out towards right center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that's the third out.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the third baseman, Manny Machado. As the lefty gets to work. Just missed. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Elvis Peguero up and loosening in the pen. And another ball. And now 2 balls and a strike. Kicks and fires. It hard the other way. Down the line. This has got a chance. And foul.
Oh, man. So close to being a huge swing. Maybe the biggest swing in this ball game. He's got to have a great at-bat. Finish this off.
And now the lefty. Line drive, knocks it down. Gets it there in time, though, and they get it out of the play.
The batter, the right fielder.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Fernando Tatis Jr. And that's outside. Ball 1. All tied up. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Next one misses, and the count is 2-0. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. And the count's even at 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Tatis waits. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Bases empty, 1 away here in the last half of inning number 9. One down, bases empty. That just misses. 3-2 now. Luis Campusano on deck for the Padres. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. think he got a little bit of favor on the mound. No question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Two down, nobody on. Here in game 3 of this 4-game series. Breaking ball inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ripped, but it curls foul. Trying to send this extra innings. Headed down the line. Frelick running hard to get it. And a superb diving catch.
Great diving catch to end the inning after the pitcher battles through a tough one. That'll fire up the dugout. Time to go hit.
Luis Patino takes over on the mound.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Go-ahead run on base. Rhys Hoskins up now for the Brewers. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. The pitch. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 1.
1-0.
Right-handed reliever. And another ball. Righty to the plate. That one misses. And that's ball 3. Christian Arroyo waits on deck. And the right-hander deals. Little bouncer out in front of the plate. In plenty of time to first. 1 away in the top half of the 10th. Making a move at second base. Here's the Brewers pinch runner, Bryce Terang. Christian Arroyo up now for the Brewers.
Well, first base open. Really no reason to pitch to this hitter right here. Put him on. Have the force at second first. Perhaps get an inning-ending double play.
1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. On the ground, right side. Sneaks through, base hit. Here's the throw. Not in time. He beat it, and they got the lead.
No, that at-bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team that did a nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And now, Garrett Mitchell, third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. One run across in the frame so far here in extra innings. Just off the outside edge, and it's a ball and a strike. That's a little bit low. That just misses. And now 3-1. And fires in a fastball at 95.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. Fastball to letters, throws it for strike 3.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Monasterio now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
And that's off the inside edge. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
2-2 count.
This one in the dirt, and the runner stays where he is. Arroyo, the runner at first with 2 gone. That to right. Tatis makes the play, and that is that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here at Petco Park, we're in extras here. Stepping in, Jake Cronenworth. Man at second, nobody out. Chris, certainly one of the things in his head is trying to get the runner over.
Yeah, the way that we see the game played today, though, guys are not sacrificing as much just to get that runner across. They're really looking at doing damage. Slugging is the name of the game.
Trying to check his swing. Appeal to third. No swing. Just held it back there. So the tying run at second. And a count 1-2. Yeah, I think part of that goes into it's just so hard to come up with hits. In today's game, starters don't go deep, and so hitters are seeing multiple pitchers every night, and that makes it more challenging just to come up with a single. Left-hand batter waits. That one misses, and the count is 2-2. Man at second. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Just off the outside edge. Jerks and Profar into San Diego on deck circle. Outside, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, that's a nice job of riding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing a walk. Very gritty.
So up next, Jerks and Profar. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
Profar gets a piece there. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Nobody out. Both the tying and winning runs on base. And here in extra innings. The pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The pitch. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And a pitch. And that just misses.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to happen with 2 strikes.
With the tying run at second, winning run at first. And we're in the last half of the 10th. Next pitch is outside. And another ball to Capita Marcano in the on-deck circle. At the belt and fires. Got him swinging.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him, man. You know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
At the plate, to Capita Marcano. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1. Wouldn't chase that time. Two on, 1 out. Got him. And they're down to their last out. So digging in now for San Diego, Corey Howell. Came into the game on defense. So his first trip to the plate here. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Two outs. Both the tying and winning runs are on. Not close with that one. 1-1. They're down to their final strike. Miley is just 1 strike away. Swings and misses, struck him out. The tying and go-ahead runs are left aboard as this one is over.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras in the 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team down a bit, and you can steal a win and get out of here happy.
Come down, got to play by the pound. You go with the legs in the crown, make it with them come around. Trying to get up to come down, booming like a sub underground. The whole city here is around. We all on the get up to come down.
Back at it one more again, cranking my motor, revving my engine, chilling the AC till it's colder than a breeze in Alaska. Sunshine like the winter time just passed.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon. For the victorious Brewers, 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors. They left 5 runners on base. For the Padres, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. They left 7 runners on base.
It's all kicking off soon. Best stay with a quick brother.
Time
I don't know about your
3 hours and 45 minutes.
Whether it's draw, win or lose, none of my friends don't give up.
Joining us here this afternoon, and we remind you to please